coronavirus takes another 900 lives in the UK, bringing the total national to over 7,000. There have now been over 14,000 deaths in the US, and the virus appears to be affecting Black Americans more than other communities. How a cough in a supermarket helps to spread the virus. New evidence suggests masks do provide vital protection. In Russia, the show must go online despite the pandemic. Dancers from one of Russia's oldest theatres are taking their performances to the web. But the wider picture is less encouraging. Britain recorded its worst daily figure to date for hospital patients with coronavirus who have died, 938. And the World Trade Organization has warned the coronavirus pandemic could lead to a massive fall in global trade. In the worst case, it could shrink by almost a third. The organization's Director General, Roberto Azevedo, said the decline was unavoidable, but that uncertainty about how the outbreak would develop meant it was hard to say how big the slump was going to be. Spain's daily death toll has risen for the second day in a row, up by 757 compared with 743 on Tuesday. It's far lower than the record 950 deaths reported on the 2nd of April, but shows the crisis is far from over. Almost 15,000 people have died in Spain, and the country has more confirmed cases than any other in Europe. France will extend its lockdown beyond April the 15th in a move that was widely expected. The country has been in lockdown since mid-March. Nearly 11,000 people have died from the coronavirus in France, and there are now more than 110 confirmed cases. President Emmanuel Macron will address the nation on Monday. The lockdown in the city of Wuhan in China's Hubei province, where the pandemic started, has been lifted. Anyone who has a green code on a special smartphone health app is now allowed to leave for the first time since the 23rd of January. Train, road and rail connections have now been re-established.
Australian police have raided a cruise ship in Sydney and seized its black box. It's part of a criminal investigation into why passengers were allowed to disembark, despite some having flu-like symptoms. About 400 of the passengers later tested positive for the coronavirus, and 15 have died. They account for nearly a third of Australia's death toll of 51.